throwing options, using improper language or gestures, entering the court or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. And coming up next, it's Hawks Poster Day. Make sure to come to our game that you will leave with your very own Atlanta Hawks poster. Show off your Hawks pride. Just a reminder, folks, to make sure to be here for a Pickering Award. Come to the game and get a Pickering of your favorite mascot, Gary the Hawk. We want this opportunity to be enjoyable and function-free. If you have an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Hawks along with your issue and seat location to 555-5555.
And all over the floor, you can see each player preparing for the game ahead, pushing out distractions and getting into the zone. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets against the Atlanta Hawks here at their home, State Farm Arena. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForge joins us from the sidelines. Let's take a second to check in on the race for Rookie of the Year and see how the rankings are shaping up for this year's class of new NBA talents. Getting his feet wet early in the year, just outside that top 5. He's a rookie to track the rest of the way.
To be mentioned in the top 10 of a strong rookie class says a lot about his potential.
Yeah, he has a huge upside. If he continues to work on the fundamentals and refine his game, there's no telling how far he can go.
Here are the starters for Charlotte. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. MP is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Salon in at the 5 spot. And for the Hawks, Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. Rizichet at the 3, Johnson at the 4. And it's a Kongwu in at the center position. All right, Grant, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
Now here's Ball. Outside, Hill, stolen by Young. And he lays it in on the break.
Well, look, when he gets space, there isn't a lot you can do to stop Trey Young.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Miller can't get it to go. Here's Atlanta now. They're moving on after the tough loss at the hands of the Pelicans.
It was almost like they looked stunned when the game slipped through their fingers. Being on the wrong end of an upset leads to a quiet ride home.
Yeah, it's a loss that'll stick with them for a while, that's for sure. But a game like that can be a motivator going forward.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the night. All right, Coach, let's talk about Onyeka Kongwu. What an agile player for his size.
Yeah, B.A., no question. And on both ends, too. Plus, the guy gets up in the air and then reaches out over 7 feet in wingspan. His speed and his size can be a huge advantage.
Now here's Young. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front, trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Here's Ball, coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers.
Well, I believe that's now 4 straight misses to start the game. Talk about stumbling out of the block.
Back to Young. Oh, there's the alley. Daniels outside. Pass to Johnson. Outside Rizichet. Picked up by a Kongwu. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Bridges. Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's Salon. And here's Ball. They need this. Charlotte again missing.
Look, I'm not sure what's going on with him. 0 for the night. Might be time to give someone else a chance.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
MP, a screen on Young. Ball passes to MP. MP is doubled. Charlotte, no good that time either. The Hawks lead by 9. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. For Charlotte, they've gone 0 for 6 from the floor. Shaky start. Now Young with a steal. Daniels against Miller. The kick out to Young. On the wing, Ricochet. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Johnson. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Since we have a moment, let's see who's leading in assists this season. 5th on the list, Trae Young.
He has a great eye for where to send the ball, and you know his teammates. Love playing with an unselfish guy like him.
Hornets trail by 11. Miller outside. Pass to MP. Screen by Bridges. Hill with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Pocket 4. Here's Ball. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Extra effort goes the way of MP for the score.
Now the Hawks with it. They're on an 11-2 run. Stolen by Miller. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
That's good for Miller. Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
Now here's Ricochet. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Young misses. Ball against Young. Pass to Hill. Back to Ball. And Ball throws it down.
You know, you see how comfortable MP is operating pick and rolls? Just great decision-making from him.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. 4-point game. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Ricochet. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Charlotte has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. There's a screen. Down low. Here's Miller. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Johnson a screen on Miller to the middle. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Young against Ball. Right side, Hill. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Dyson Daniels.
Tough move by Miller, having to absorb the foul while taking his shot.
First one falls for him. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
A team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Riza Shea from 12 feet, and there's Young. That's good. On the assist from Riza Shea.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Hey, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
The Hawks lead by 6. On the wing, Alexander Walker. A good look from Johnson. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Johnson letting it fly in a hurry.
And for Charlotte, they're shooting only 31% to get this game underway. Hill, the pass to Ball. Over Young. And Ball gets it to go.
He's just 2 for 7 from the field, trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Back to Young, to the paint. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Riza Shea. Charlotte also making some changes. Williams is checked in for Bridges. Knipple comes in for Miller. And it's Colin Sexton in for Ball.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
On the wing, MP fires the 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score. Well, that's a smart pass in close quarters.
Atlanta leading by 8. Outside Porzingis. Back to Young. Johnson on the wing. Off the mark there with a 3.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
To the inside. Knipple with a bucket.
And a nice play by Knipple. He knows where to get his points.
Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Young against Sexton. Inside. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Hornets trail by 8. Sexton passes to MP. To the paint. Out to the right wing. And the ball out of play. The Hawks will have it.
Well, it shows you how...
And Atlanta with possession here. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Gay in at the 4-man spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
LaMelo on the attack. He can do damage from anywhere, but they love to see him get to the rim.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The Hawks lead by 19. Kennard on the wing, hounded by Ball. Houston passes to Kennard. 3-pointer. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's MP. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. To the middle, Bridges. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Now here's Alexander Walker. No points so far. Pass to Houston. 3 on the clock. Kennard for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Hawks lead by 20.
Now shooting the 3 ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
MP looking around. The kick out to Ball. The 3 is up. Alexander Walker grabs the board. The Hawks lead by 20. Pass to Kennard. Back to Alexander Walker. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Usually just seen as a knockdown shooter, Kennard has good instincts as a passer as well.
For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Now here's Hill. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
Well, the way MP runs screen and roll, you think he's been in this league for over a decade.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So for the Hawks, Ricochet, he's checked in for Houston. Daniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Trae Young in for Kennard. Young, and the rebound goes to the Hornets. First chance of the season for them to go up against Atlanta. Ball finds MP. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Sexton. They set the pick. From deep 3-point range, Gay with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And stolen by Sexton. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Heady feed by Sexton. Over his career, his ability to read the game has improved.
The Hawks lead by 18. Outside Young. Here's the floater. And that's 2 points on the layup. Young's got 8.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Kicks it out to MP. Pass to Salon. Just 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Hill the pass to Sexton. Misses the 3. The Hawks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. What you appreciate about Colin Sexton, he's very team-minded offensively, Coach.
Yeah, he sees the big picture, works hard to make smart plays, Sometimes it's a pass, and other times, Brian, it's finishing the possession.
So it's the Hornets now, following the score by Atlanta. Back to ball. Out to Bridges. From deep. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Bridges has got his third bucket of the night.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Back to Young. To the inside. Here's Gay. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Hill drives in. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Pass to Rizachet. Launches a three. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
And so the time. Out by Quinn Snyder here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Johnson in for Gay. And a change for the Hornets. Miller's checked in. There's Young with the three. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Rizachet. Goes back up. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Rizachet. Rizachet's got 4 assists now tonight. Young against Ball. Rebound, Trae Young.
They need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Daniels passes to Young. Back to Daniels. And he's going for the lob. Okongwu, no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Now here's Hill. Coming off a 34-point game against the Clippers.
And the number of points he got at the foul line shows how tough he was to defend. B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Johnson with it. He's guarded by Bridges. Back to Young. Six to shoot. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
It's stolen by Johnson. Young with it. Now guarded by MP. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a... And so it's the Atlanta Hawks sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back to the game after this break.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an...
They're just a far more physical team, and it shows up everywhere, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, they're winning the battle. And now here's something that's... Thanks for tuning in. Now,
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Here's who Charles Lee is starting in the second half. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with MP, and it's Salon in at the center spot.
Yeah, you know, guys, the amount of offense that Young creates for himself and his teammates is staggering. This guy does it all.
Now here's Hill. Up and in on the layup. Hill's got 8 points. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
And he gets that one. Young's got 24.
I mean, look, Trae Young is getting whatever he wants. Just keep getting him the ball.
Pass to Salah. Back to Hill. Down low. Looking to end this cold spell. And Ball with a nice bucket inside. Give him 8.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's Zachary Risachet with a foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Charlotte is shooting at a respectable 49%. MP inside. Risachet covering. Hill can't connect. Pass to Young. Back to Risachet. Shot clock at 5. Atlanta needs to get off a shot. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And the big-time scoring night from Johnson continues. This guy has solidified himself as a very good prop.
For Atlanta, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Now here's Ball. Give him 8. Here's Hill. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. He takes it in. And he gets the bucket. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, I love how gritty Young can be. He's not a big guy, but he plays big against contact.
And Grant, the Hornets, as last season, with a new front office, trying to evaluate their young talent.
It's tough to do when you have so many injuries. 36 different lineups last season. They need help to assess and to develop.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Daniels against Miller. Left side Hill. No good from the wing.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, BA. The Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, we've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Now here's Hill. He's got 10. Hill with a screen on Young. Ball passes to MP. Ooh, the lead pass. was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. And that's 12 points for MP.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
To the middle. Here's a Kongwu. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
Timeout.
Young's got 7 assists in the game.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
And Charlotte making a change here. Sexton's checked in. The steal. Here's the break. Here's Johnson. Soft touch off the glass. 22 points now in the game for Jalen Johnson. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, another thing they've been doing right in this one is making the most of turnovers. Lots of points for them tonight off of them.
Nifty fake from MP. Wow. If he's already got that, watch out.
Porzingis is checked in for the Hawks. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Green's checked in for LaMelo Ball. And that one's good. Porzingis.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Now here's Bridges. He's got 7. And it's Bridges with the jam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Porzingis with a screen on Sexton. Inside. Stolen by Bridges. Green with the ball. And Johnson picks him up defensively. Outside, Hill. The 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. And a foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Gay's checked in for Okongwu. Houston comes in for Johnson. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Daniels. And it's Kennard in for Trae Young. Kennard for 3. Knocks down the long J. Kennard's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Outside Sexton. And he lobs it up top. Oh, it's stolen away. Here's Houston. Outside Porzingis. And the Hawks with another 3.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
The Hornets have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the 3rd quarter. To the paint. Oh, deflected. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Here's Houston. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Timeout called by Atlanta. Will stand a move by the Hawks to diversify their offense with more cutting and ball movement.
Well, it's
obviously a tough loss.
I don't think we have to go back to...
Ryan, over to you.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie